Hey, what's up everybody? Today we're talking about the best index fund to build serious wealth. I'm going to teach you how to become a millionaire with one easy investment. Let's dive right in. First of all, if you haven't heard of index funds before, here's the deal. Index funds are the low-cost, easy, and most effective way to invest in a broad market. So if you want to invest in the entire S&P 500, for example, there's an index fund for that. If you want to invest in the entire US bonds market, there's an index fund for that. If you want to invest in the international markets, there's an index fund for that. Individual investors like you and me build the most wealth over time when investing in index funds versus other options. If you want to dive deeper, check out my other show, Mutual Funds versus ETF versus Index Fund. The best index fund to build serious wealth is the Fidelity Multi-Asset Index Fund, ticker symbol FFNOX. What makes this so powerful is that it has 7 index funds in one. Let's zoom in on the fund strategy. It says that this fund seeks a high total return, investing in a combination of 7 Fidelity stock and bond index funds, which are underlying Fidelity funds, using an asset allocation strategy designed for investors seeking a broadly diversified index-based investment. So far, so good. Now take a look at the asset allocation, and you'll see that the breakdown has a nice mix of domestic and international stocks, plus domestic and international bonds. If we do the math, we see that 85% is in equities and 15% is in bonds. This is nice because over the long term, equities outperform bonds, and we're seeking growth, so that's what we want to see. Having bonds is important, though, to lower the overall risk. I really like how this index fund is nicely diversified. If we click on the little plus signs, we can see an even more detailed breakdown. So the 7 index funds are as follows. Number 1, the Fidelity 500 Index Fund. Number 2, the Fidelity Extended Market Index Fund. Number 3, the Fidelity International Index Fund. Number 4, the Fidelity Emerging Markets Index Fund. Number 5, the Fidelity US Bond Index Fund. Number 6, the Fidelity Long-Term Treasury Bond Index Fund. And number 7, the Fidelity International Bond Index Fund. Now, if you were to invest in all 7 of these index funds, that would be awesome. Go for it. It's a smart choice. However, you'd have to manage 7 investments and each year put in some time and effort to make sure you're still happy with the mix. This is called rebalancing, which is a finance term for selling some funds that went up plus buying some funds that went down in order to reset your portfolio back to the target allocation. With FFNOX, you can skip that step, which makes this index fund really attractive. It's just one and done. The rebalancing is done automatically for you, and you don't have to lift a finger. The Fidelity Multi-Asset Index Fund is also a high performer. Just take a look at the average annual returns. Over a 10-year period, this index fund has returned an average of 12%. So if you invested $10,000 10 years ago, you would have over $30,000 today. That's awesome, but we need to check out the fees to make sure that they are low enough before investing. So if you look at the net expense ratio, you'll see that the fees are 0.12%, which means that for every $1,000 you invest, $1.20 goes to Fidelity. Not bad at all, especially considering that there are 7 index funds within FFNOX. So now we need a game plan to make $1 million with this index fund. Here's how you're going to do it. Step 1, you're going to buy $325 of FFNOX, the Fidelity Multi-Asset Index Fund. Step 2, every 30 days you're going to buy $325 more. Step 3, repeat for 30 years. At a 12% rate of return, you'll finish with over $1 million. Now smash that subscribe button and leave a comment if there's anything you want to know about money, mindset, or investing. I'm Germinario. Never leave money on the table of life, and I'll see you next time.